Good morning, GHS. I'm Annalise Lowther.
And I'm Lila Wills.
And welcome to the morning show.
First up, today, the GHS Student Senate has announced the dress-up days for King and Queen Court Spirit Week beginning next Monday.
On Monday, January 29th, you will dress in only one color.
On Tuesday, you should dress like a character from one of the following movies. Freshmen, dress up as a character from The Sandlot.
Sophomores, dress up as a character from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Juniors, dress up as a character from Top Gun.
And seniors, dress up as a character from the movie Grown Ups.
Then, on Wednesday, it's Barbie vs. Ken.
Thursday is Dress Like a Teacher Day.
And finally, Friday is Pirate Pride Day.
Also, the big dance will be on Saturday, February 3rd at 7 p.m. Tickets can be purchased from our school website. We'll also get a link up on our social media pages, so check it out.
The 2023 to 2024 yearbook can be purchased now. The cost of the book is $65 and can be purchased online via Tree. Buy your books now. The cost will increase as the rest of the school year passes by. Look for the yearbook posters in the hallway, scan the QR code, create an account, and buy your book. Also, seniors, if you're interested in purchasing a space in the yearbook for your own personalized senior ad, please see Mr. Gonzalez as soon as possible.
Also, speaking of the yearbook, seniors who have not yet taken photos with Kenneth Brown Photography will get one more chance to have their photos taken, and it will happen right here on campus.
On Wednesday, January 31st, seniors will be called out of their first or second period to take their photos. Seniors will be alerted through their government or economy classes, so stay tuned.
Recently, GHS teacher Dominic Aragon wrote and published a book on one of his favorite subjects. Let's go to Ana Gutierrez, who has the story and interview.
I'm Ana Gutierrez here with Mr. Aragon, who has recently released a book, which is a pretty big accomplishment. So what is the title of this book?
So the title of the book is called All of It. Daytona 500 champion tells the rest of the rest of the story. It is on Jeff Bodine, NASCAR driver who raced for 30 years. It's his tell-all book. He goes into good detail about his racing career, stuff beyond his racing career. So I think it's going to be a good read. It was a better part of a decade in the making, so hopefully people enjoy it. It's a long-awaited book.
Sounds really cool. What led you to write this book?
Well, about almost 10 years ago, I was still in college, and I was working at the Canton, and during that time, would work with NASCAR media projects, run a NASCAR news website, and Jeff was one of the guys that we would call up for interviews, for stories, etc. Yeah. And he trusted us to break his retirement news. He didn't have a big press conference. He trusted our small website to handle that information. So we always had a good working relationship beyond that. And one day I'm on break at the Canton, and I had asked him, I said, hey, we're chatting on the phone, and pardon my ignorance, but do you have a book? Is there a book? And I just don't know about it. He said, no, there's no book. So I told him, just kind of blurted it out, hey, I'll help you write it if you ever do want to work on something like that. Never had any book writing experience or anything like that. So he said, I'll think about it. And kind of went back and forth on it for about a year. And he said, sure, I'll take you up on it. So in 2015, we started working on it. And it's been really cool to see the project because we would touch it, we wouldn't work on it. Then we would touch it, we'd add more. And then the pandemic hit. Yeah. And I think a lot of us being at home and being remote, isolated, that gave us some more time to work on this. And Jeff's even said it, he wanted to add some more stuff because how do you stop a story if you're still living is what he had said. There's still stuff going on. There's still things he's doing. So we get to that point, how do you stop this? And how do you make sure you put that bow tie on it at the end? So I think we finally got to that point, and we lined up a publisher last year. We kind of shopped around with some different publishers, and it's just crazy to see how quickly this has all come together.
Yeah. How do you feel about the finished book?
I love the final product. The artwork is awesome. We partnered with Trilogy Publishing. They took care of the in-house design for the book. We included some good photos in the insert in the middle. and just I can't wait to hold it. I wish I had it right here so I could show you guys, but yeah, that's coming soon, and the book is coming out February 13th on all platforms. So that's going to be really cool. Amazon, Barnes and Noble. I think there's other talks of doing some other places to buy it as well, and of course I'll have copies. Jeff's going to have copies. Pretty cool. It's going to be awesome to hold that final product in our hands.
That would be awesome. I'll definitely have to go get one. Do you have any advice for others who would like to be a writer?
Well, I would say follow your dreams. It doesn't even have to be with writing or whatever you're passionate about, whatever you enjoy doing. If there's a way that you can accomplish a dream and you have a passion or a hobby behind it, I say go for it. I'm living proof of that. When I was in high school, and this is a shout out to Mr. Sean Behringer. He was a teacher here for a long time. This was in 2010. He had us put together, he didn't call it a bucket list, but he called it like a to-do list, things we wanted to get done in our lives. And he had us write 25 things. And one of the things I wrote on that was to write a book. I didn't know what I wanted to write on. I didn't know what it was going to be on, but to think on that list, I've been very blessed and fortunate to be able to have checked off a lot of stuff on that list. So the book was one of the last things. So it's really cool that this whole project has come together. And I would say for advice, gosh, don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. If they tell you you can't, you use that as fuel and you use that as motivation. And you have a good support system behind you. And I would say too, if you're working on a big project, tell as many people as you can, because that will hold you accountable. People will just naturally ask you, hey, how's your project going? Or how's this going? I think it's really cool that we can all pursue the opportunities that we would like to pursue. I certainly did. I got to work with my favorite NASCAR driver to tell his story. Grew up watching him, grew up playing NASCAR video games, racing the Jeff Bodine race cars, and then to fast forward and work with him on a project like this. And our relationship will certainly go beyond working on this book and the stuff we do with the racing experts. It is a true privilege. It's an honor. And I would tell anybody chasing your dreams, go for it. Life's too short. And if it involves somebody, the worst they can tell you is no.
That is insane and very inspiring. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to reading the book.
I appreciate
I'm
that.
sure many of us are.
Well, and we get some copies. We'll be sure to bring some by.
Also, in sports news, the GHS baseball team is having tryouts on Monday, February 5th at 4 p.m. at the Pirate Baseball Field. If you're planning on trying out, you must sign up at the front office. You must have a physical and a rank 1 information complete in order to try out. Also, dress accordingly and bring proper equipment.
Finally, in sports, softball tryouts are February 5th and 6th from 3:45 to 5:45 at the softball field here on campus. The team has a new coach this season, Victor Aldaz, who is currently assisting with the GHS boys basketball team. Make sure to have your physical and rank 1 information in order before you try out. Back to you. Attention students, El Cafecito will remain open till 8 p.m. for couples to enjoy dinner before dancing, Saturday, February 3rd for the Winter Ball. The banquet room will be by special reservation for the first 12 couples who call. Dinner will start at 6. The dinner will be candlelit with a 5-course meal and the room will be decorated with romantic music playing in the background. Deposit will be taken care of upon making a reservation. Please call 406-670-6986 to get a spot. El Cafecito itself will stay open an extra hour to accommodate couples in the main restaurant for all couples who just want somewhere to eat.
Valentine's Day. El Cafecito will be... Ew, let me do that. I said El Cafecito so white with that. That was not a vibe.
El Cafecito.
El Cafecito. El Cafecito will be doing a Valentine's dinner for couples on Wednesday, February 14th. There will be 2 times for the special candlelit romantic meal. First session will be at 6 p.m. for 9 couples. Second session will be at 7:30 p.m. for 9 couples. This will also only be by reservation. Okay, let me read that one more. This will also be by reservation only. This one books fast. Please call 406-670-6986. Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, we are GHS for success. Hand hug. Period.